What the fuck? What the fuck?
What's good, Laker fans? Welcome back to episode 9 and your season finale of Laker Lounge Confidential, also known as LLC, brought to you by your favorite pod's favorite pod, the Three Man Weave podcast. You got your boy B Cannon, Laker Fan International, and I also got with me my brother. Introduce yourself.
Y'all already know who it is, your boy Hill. Hill gonna
Laker
hear
Hill.
regardless, baby. You already know who
LA
it is.
Hill.
You already know. La Hill.
You know what I'm saying? The Hill. You know what I'm saying?
And this is funny. I'm here with all the Lakers fans that with all the energy that they've been bringing us in the crew every time we lost. And, all they popping up out of nowhere, all this fanfare that they had. Like, we should be flooded, right? At this point,
Should be flooded, man. But hey,
but
how it is when it's over.
It is a game. Yeah.
When it's over, everybody wants to go home. But man, the true diehard ones is gonna always be here. So it is what it is, man.
And it's a game going on right now. Absolutely, my guy. Where you want to start at, man? Where you want to start at?
We can start with tipping our hats to the Nuggets. The Nuggets came out. They definitely swept us in the playoffs. They were the better team. And just tip my hat to them. Ain't too many ways to slice it. I don't feel like we were outcoached or anything. I just feel like, they were the better team. They hit shots when they mattered. They strapped up defensively when it mattered. They closed out when it mattered. We fought good, you know what I'm saying? We just could never close out a game. And I feel like that's a testament to us just not being a seasoned team. The team has been together for a while. We have been together since the All-Star break. This team that, we were still trying to figure out rotations even up to game 4. We had Tristan Thompson in there. So it's like, come on now. And me and Hill's motto, get Tristan Thompson the hell away from us. But it almost looked like it might have worked for one point. So it's like,
yeah, it's like,
but tip my hat to Nuggets fans. I only know one true Nugget fan personally, and that's my blood brother, Marcus Cannon. He been a Nugget fan since Carmelo Anthony, ironically, who retired recently. But when Melo went to the Knicks, Cannon never left. He always played with Nuggets every year on 2K. And yes, the Nuggets weren't in the finals or anything. So granted, when other teams got there, he picked the team and rooted for that team. But his team has always remained the Nuggets. So that is the only Nugget fan that I'm going to acknowledge. Anybody else, I'm going to have to consider you bandwagon unless he'll know another one that be in the group.
He the only one I know, bro. I'm sorry, But you know how it go, man. It's more Laker haters than it is, Nuggets fans. Unfortunately,
there's a lot of fake Nugget fans, bro. My boy DeJuan Perry. You feel me? Lord, how much you'll think he a Nuggets fan, bro. Steph can't sleep at night the way you rooting for the Nuggets, man.
Like you said, but I'm glad that you said it. We made one coaching error when it came to this series, and that was in game 1 when we started off small. Starting off small, like I said, that was a horrible decision, and it caused an entire deficit. Jokic had a damn triple-double in the first half, pretty much. And like I said, we couldn't overcome that. But ever since that, like, what more did you want Ham to do? He played everybody that you wanted. Like he said, Tristan Thompson even played, bro. Like he played Vanderbilt. He benched D-Lo. Played Lonnie Walker more. Schroeder played more. It was what it is. So it's like when I see a coach exhaust all options, that let me further know that I can't really criticize the coach at that point. Like you said, he left no stone unturned. Like you said, so first time head coach, kudos to you. Mike Malone is the best coach. Like you said, you did a hell of a job. But look, because at the same time, the series before that, when we played the Warriors, Ham had Kerr doing all the same adjustments. The Warriors were the one making lineup adjustments and doing all the adjustments, and we were playing our game. You know what I'm saying? Who's to say were we the better roster or the better team or the Warriors? We won. Let's say that. But when it came to the Nuggets just knew who they were from the jump. You know, they had the consistency, they had the cohesiveness, they had everything that you would want in a team, and they knew who they were. Like I say, they knew how to go in transition with the time to go to transition. They knew when to run a set. They knew when to get Jokic involved. They knew when to let Murray cook. You know, they gotta get, and then the funny part about that series is when you have a game plan and you want somebody else to beat you, right? I mean, they literally had somebody beat us differently each game. Like your stars are your stars. We know your stars is going to get 20, 25 a game. Jokic, Murray, those are your stars. You're going to try to contain them as much. What you want to do with them, you try to mess up their percentage. That's what you do. But they are stars for a reason. But they had a game from KCP. KCP went off. They had a time. They had Michael Porter Jr. might not have had a great game, but he had moments.
He played consistently good the whole series.
Game 2, when he got hot, when him and Murray got hot, when they came back,
and them threes together.
It wasn't just Murray; it was Michael Porter Jr. Then you had a Bruce Brown sighting in Game 1. It's like, then Game 4, Aaron Gordon out of nowhere, and now all of a sudden Aaron Gordon can't stop scoring. So it's like, it's like you can't win for losing at this point. Like it's just destined at that point. It's like you just tip your hat off. Like I said, it was a competitive series. We didn't get our ass whooped. Like I said, they laughed at me when I said it was a tough sweep. Like I said, this wasn't your average sweep. Like we didn't look outmatched. Like I said, if the ball bounced our way a couple times, this series could still be going on right now.
Definitely, man. But
it's how sometimes the ball bounce, bro.
Yeah, man. The fact that I think Joker he's revolutionizing the position, man. The way. So we've seen stretch bigs before, but he's more than that because he can pass too. So it's like, but there's plenty of bigs that can pass, but this dude can pass like one of the best passers in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's almost you have Joker at the top of the key who can hit 3-pointers like a guard, who can pass like a guard, who has vision like a guard, but also can take it off the dribble right there, put it on the floor, and get to the rack from the 3-point lane. And then just hold it up above everybody. And remember that one pass that Bron made when he just like put the ball over here and he like flicked it like that? I seen Joker do something like he just waved it in front of people. Your hand stretched out. He just like wrist flicked it back the other way to somebody doing a back cut, bro. It's like this dude got eyes in the back of his head. He truly is his basketball IQ, man. And I think he's the glue. And it's like, all right, he's been MVP before, and like people are questioning, like, why is this guy getting MVP? It's a reason why it's called MVP. Doesn't mean that you're gonna always win the chip. It means that you're the most valuable. And I can see how Joker could be the most valuable player in the league. He definitely looks like it from the series that we played him against.
It was funny, when people, they felt the disrespect, oh, we feel disrespected, nobody believes in this. I'm like, bro, y'all failed in the playoffs numerous years. Like those years that he's won MVP, he didn't play like an MVP in the playoffs.
We only know one fan, bro. Who the hell's gonna believe in y'all but yourselves?
Exactly. Like I said, we've seen this movie before. We've seen teams be the number 1 seed and play a good regular season and get to the playoffs, and next thing you know, they don't know how to play basketball anymore, or they end up losing. Like you said, we've seen that before. So they excuse the hell out of everybody else to not believing in y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it. This is one of the best seasons that Jokic has had. And the fact that, like I said, the same team, and remember when we would how to fix this team, right? We did on 3-man. We how to fix the Knicks, how to fix the Sixers, how to fix how we kept doing. And some of the times we kept saying, bro, just run it back.
Yeah.
What were the Nuggets doing? Was the Nuggets panicking? No.
And I feel like I said that last year when they lost. I said, I don't think that there's too much that I would change because some teams are just there. And in this era that we're in, when people are teaming up, sometimes if you are not getting blown out by 30 and 40, and that's the only reason why we said the Celtics need to do something, because they were getting blown out in their losses. You feel what I'm saying? But the way that the Nuggets have lost in years past, it was like they just lost. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they got their behind spanked. So it's like a a little bit better coaching, a little bit better execution from the players, we can get over the hump. So if everybody takes the offseason seriously, gets better at what they do, coach studies better, the assistant better, you know what I'm saying? And the players take care of their bodies, come in ready to go, and follow Joker's lead, sky's the limit, bro.
I think the fact that they had actual team chemistry and, like all year, like you say, all year. So, like I say, they don't have to reinvent themselves. They don't have to do anything different that they haven't been doing. And it was just easy for them, like you say. And then, like you say, you can build some confidence. Okay, boom, you play the Timberwolves in the first round. Timberwolves had no business playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have swept them, but they end up getting one. Okay, cool. You let it up. You play a Suns team, which had star power to match your star power. They just didn't have the depth to handle a whole series with you guys, and it showed. So you handle your business, right? So cool. On the flip side, look at us, the Lakers. We go through a Memphis Grizzlies team. Now, all of a sudden, when we beat Memphis Grizzlies, that nobody believed in the Grizzlies, right? Now, we'd have lost to the Grizzlies. We could have lost to the Grizzlies. You feel what I'm saying? We could have lost to the Grizzlies.
We should have.
But they were the better seed. They were the better team. You go against the Warriors, the reigning champs, championship pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Boys. And we go out there, we handle business. So excuse the hell out of fans to believe that we can beat the Nuggets. Like, I get it. We're the Lakers. You hate the Lakers. You're the opposing people. You hate the Lakers. I get it. I'm not minimizing that, but like, excuse the hell out of actual fans unbelieving in their team. Like, I'm supposed to be like,
make me a believer.
Think about it. Ask Celtics.
You have no chips, Denver.
Ask Celtics fans now. They think they're gonna come back and make history. Why shouldn't they believe that? They believe that they're the better team, right? Because they're fans, right?
And ask the Heat fans. They have no chance.
You know what time it is. Because they're what? They're Heat fans. Like, we get it. And I get it.
In Denver, you have the least amount of fans of any team, bro. Let's be real.
Like, say all of a sudden, like,
we know fans from every team, bro. We know OKC fans, bro. Like, come on, man. We don't know Denver fans, bro.
At all. But like I say, no slight to Denver.
Yeah.
All respect. Like I say, all credit to y'all. Y'all handle your business. And like I said, y'all in the finals now, go handle your business. Let's get on to the offseason, bro. Because we have a lot of decisions to make. We have a lot of free agents to do. We have a lot of free agents doing the team.
I'll put my GM hat on, man.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. And
is this on your list? Man. Is this on your list?
That's number 2 on my list. I got a 3-point plan.
All right.
And number 1 is do whatever we got to do to bring back Rui and AR-15, man.
Yes, sir.
These were our spark plugs, but I have to say that one of these guys, both of these guys could be starters.
They ain't spark
plugs no more. These guys need to be brought back and a damn future, man. That's number 1. Got to bring those 2 guys back. Those 2 guys have to come back. Second point. Stay the fuck away from Kyrie. Don't call him. Take Bron's phone. Block it. Block him on IG. Don't let Bron talk to this man. All right. And if y'all don't know where I'm getting my plan from, I'm getting it from our resident GM, AJ. You know what I'm saying? And Third part of the plan is, man, look, got to go and get Buddy Hield, man. What guy that I want? You know what I'm saying? Go and get a guy like Buddy Hield, or who else did AJ say might be available?
He say call Fred VanVleet and
Yeah, like
Terry
a Fred
Rozier.
VanVleet. Yeah, yep. One of those type guys. You know what I'm saying? Even the Tyus Jones, I threw him out there for the Knicks plan, but it's like you grab pieces that could be team pieces, man. That could be spark plugs. Once you do number one and you bring back Rui and AR, then you're gonna find you some spark plugs, man. And if you could perhaps get D'Lo back, somehow keeping them, I say you bring him back too. I know he didn't have the greatest of playoffs, but I feel like playing all year will be better for him. I don't know if it's possible with our money. Go ahead, Hill.
Everything is possible if we want it to be possible. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up D'Angelo Russell. I get it. Like you said, he had a horrible conference finals, but think about it. We wouldn't have beat the Grizzlies or the Warriors without D'Lo.
Yeah, we need it. That's why I want to bring him back.
Now, at the same time, look at how we praising Rui, right? Rui had a DNP in the regular season. You even had to call him out on the episode of LLC. We still got the meme. You know what I'm saying?
That's the last time I called him out.
And that's the very last time he stepped up, and now all of a sudden he's a key piece that we need to bring back. My whole thing is, though, the roster that we have now, I get it. Some of their prices, some of their contracts may not need to be the same, like a Malik Beasley, like a Mo Bamba. You know, those are. I'm trying to bring this exact roster back, and except Lonnie, because only reason I don't want to bring Lonnie, I want Lonnie to go get paid from somebody else. Go get your money, Lonnie. Like I said, you was on admit
that. I would almost be agreeing with you, but I'm scared as hell to bring Malik Beasley back, bro. You couldn't.
No. This is why I wanted to bring him back, because I want to bring him back because we're going to need his contract. We're going to need some pieces to move somebody. Like I say,
cool.
Think about this. Is the reason. No.
I thought you wanted him back for a shoot.
So this is my thing. We can't get into the situation where we don't have any assets.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that.
So if we don't have any assets, then we can't get better. So I do believe that we have a roster right now. We have a ready-made roster, and I do get it. It's star dependent. But newsflash, every roster is star dependent. But this roster that we have right now, I know we'll be a luxury tax team. Cool. Like, I'm not about to be a luxury tax team. All contending teams are luxury tax teams. Newsflash. My thing is, this team is built. This roster right here is a low management built roster. So now we don't have to ask LeBron to play 82 games, 40 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? He don't have to play back-to-back games. He don't have to play 30 minutes a game. You feel what I'm saying? We can go set up the same roster with AD. Yeah. Okay, boom. You're not playing back-to-backs all season. If you don't play back-to-back all season, that's still 65 games. You're still eligible for all the awards. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get another, you don't get a significant injury other than that. But if we protect you all year like that with this roster is still a playoff. This is a playoff roster. And with the rested AD, with the rested LeBron, this is a championship roster. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it with the upgrades. I feel you. I feel that we do have the asset. I think it shouldn't be that hard.
We're going to get a Buddy Hield. Everything that you said, if you have that Buddy Hield in there, come on now.
With that plan, I feel that with the assets that we have, based on what AJ said, when it comes to the age, Malik Beasley fits the age that the Pacers have, so we can do something like that. Now we have an asset that we can actually move. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was all on board when he played.
So they were on his ass. God damn.
That's why I still want to bring him back, because all of it, he just forgot how to shoot. Now he forgot how to shoot.
Oh, I'm sold on the plan now. I'm sold.
Like, bro, he ain't forget how to shoot. And
he forgot how to shoot.
Give him a training camp, bro. Give him a
Almost
training
flew to
camp.
LA, bro. Almost flew to LA and snuffed him, bro.
I feel it, but I think we got players like Max Christie that's ready to step up for an expanded role because he's a 3-and-D.
Well, why? I would like to see him get some playoff minutes, man, because I watched them like on NBA TV, like after the game, like him and D'Lo always was shooting around. Bro, he's just out there just draining threes, bro.
He's a 3-and-D. He's a 3-and-D player, but also he's a second round pick. He's a he's a rookie.
But
so
that's
he has
what
to
I'm saying.
grow.
If we're about to get swept, I'm putting in Max Christie, not Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson's not gonna be here next year. We could have saw something, you know what I'm saying? Learn something, found out something about somebody. Instead of just wasting him because he was a second round. That means nothing once you get to the league. Like, give this guy some clock and see what he is, bro. If he's gonna be on a roster, taking up a spot.
That's why I think next year he'll be. I think next year he'll be able to get some more minutes because once he get think about it, and with my plan, I had Lonnie moving on, right? Because I have Lonnie going to get paid from somebody. If they okay, boom,
that's rightfully so. He gotta get paid.
So go get paid. So now
he had a good season until the trade.
He was an important piece for it all year. Like you said, until the trade. I want to bring a Troy Brown back once again. No hindsight. I believe that Troy Brown should have played this series. I believe that defense was more so our calling card on stopping the Nuggets, and we couldn't do both. It was things like this. They can do both. They can score and they can timely defend. We couldn't do both. We couldn't give you scoring, and we couldn't give you grade A defense.
Now, what I will say, man, what people fail to realize, bro, if Brown doesn't have that injury, bro, the way that Brown was playing right there, we might have been able to. This was a hobble Brown that we played with. People forget, and they acting like, bro, this was a hobble Brown, and he still put up the numbers that he put up.
This is a luxury
and played passive. This is the most passive he's been because he had to be, because physically he just didn't have it all. But it's like, that just goes to show you that the greats, bro, is much more than their God-given ability. It takes work, like Kobe told us, because it's a lot of IQ goes into what Bron did. The way we beat the Warriors is with Bron's IQ, not his physicality.
Yeah.
Even with that, and everybody's like, oh, everybody knew that play was coming, bro. Then why everybody don't stop that play then, bro?
You know why they say that, bro.
And I'm saying he's calling it out before it happens, bro. But he's like, people are listening to him too. It's like they trusted him like that because they know, like, dang, Bron told me, and the ball just falling AD's lap, bro. He even wasn't ready for it. That was Bron's IQ that put him there.
So what do you think about his retirement talk? Now that we're here,
I feel like he deserves the right to be able to bring it up right now and be able to say, I want to take some time. We always want to rush people. It's his choice, bro. If he wants to retire, I support him fully. If he wants to come back, I support him fully because he's earned that right, bro.
Here's the thing about if they want to objectively look at what happened this season. The roster that we had in the beginning of the season, like I said, it wasn't fit to, make a real deep run. Mm-hmm. So the amount of minutes and the amount of toll that it took on his body that make us competent at his age was way too much to deal with. That's probably why he got injured his foot. Putting way too much minutes, too much stuff on his body at this point. So I can see after him getting swept, I can see him saying, hey, bro, I'm thinking about retirement, bro. Like, bro, this was a long season, bro.
But you got to think about it at this point in your life. He's a billionaire. He don't got more than any other athlete that we know. Mm-hmm. He could have walked away from the game 3 years ago, bro. He don't need another chip or anything. We ain't never seen a player play the game as a billionaire. So he don't need his Lakers contract. He don't need none of this stuff, bro. He's literally playing for the love of the game.
So think about some of the stuff that he was. Remember, they said he quit. Maybe he faked the injury.
That's why, they disrespect the game when they say stuff like that, bro. This man is literally playing for the love of the game. Everybody, there's some people in the NBA, they out there for a check right now, bro.
And they need it because they got some bills.
They need it, bro, because they ain't been living right. They ain't been doing things. This man don't need this basketball money, bro. And his kids about to go to the league. So it's like, bro, they're gonna further Bronny generating millions. He ain't even went to college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I'm comfortable, dog. I really just love the game.
Well, we had, like I said, this graphic. I specifically used this graphic because this was it told us, bro. Like, Bron not retiring, bro. Like, first off, you can stop all the rhetoric of him retiring for a year, then coming back, and then he go play with wherever Bronny goes. If he retires for a year,
he done.
Once he retired, we still own his rights. You feel what I'm saying? The Lakers still own his rights. Like, they gotta.
So you might as well finish this year up so that you can be a free agent.
So you can be a free agent
and go with
Bronny. You got to do your research when it comes to, like I said, you got to play an option when it comes to, like I said, he not giving up that money when it comes to, even though he is a billionaire, he's just not gonna give it up. You know what I'm saying? Because even if he give up his player option, he becomes subject to waivers. Somebody can claim him.
Bro. He would not be able to sleep knowing that he still got some in the tank if he hung it up.
I damn sure did. That word be kicking my ass. You won't go get me this time. You won't go get me. But look, this graphic said LeBron isn't leaving without retirement tour. His goal was to play with Bronny, who will be a one and done. LA will host the 2025 All-Star game. And we'll get a LeBron retirement party, bro. Like, come on, man.
Right. Like now Bronny and Bryce really might play together.
Now that's possible. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Bron, your ass ain't make it till Bryce. Go ahead, give up that game.
Bron ain't making it till Bryce, bro.
I know
he might play with Bronny though.
That's his goal.
And I would like to see somebody else was like, "You doing too much? You just trying to hang out." I said, one, he's still productive, and I would like to see it because it's never been done. To play, to be effective long enough to play to your child is eligible to be in the league, bro. That's ridiculous, bro. So if he can't make it happen, I would be happy for Bron. I still be an LA fan, man.
I'm glad you're here, my brother. Now I know you didn't want to entertain it, but they said it is speculation. The reason why Bron used the retirement was a negotiation ploy. So he's going to actually use him retiring as, I need the Lakers to go all in next year on the roster. Like I said,
not on Kyrie, bro. Anybody.
It's been talks about Kyrie.
Everybody here, bro.
It's been talks about Trae Young. I don't even know how we gonna get Trae Young, but they just talking about it. Just to talk
anybody
about
but Kyrie, goddamn it. I'll take Ice Trae, goddamn it. I don't know how we would do that either, but I would take it over Kyrie, bro. He's old too at this point. You know what I'm saying? No, he is younger than Bron, less availability because of injury. No, don't need it. We have AD, who is a knick-knack injury king. Bron, who is on the down part of his career where injuries are not going to be avoidable at some point for him. You can't bring in a guy that's been injured his whole damn career, bro, physically and mentally. Sorry, Kyrie, but you didn't deserve that, but you did. So
for devil's advocate purposes, this year was one of the most healthiest Kyrie has been. Aside from the controversy, he was.
That's why I said mentally. That's why I said mentally too.
Aside from the controversy, the boy balled this year, bro. Like,
and how many games did he play still?
He put. I mean, other than suspension, like I said, he wasn't injured this year, bro.
It's like, bro, it's like if it ain't physical injury, this guy's gonna find a way not to be on the court, bro. That's the difference with him. He don't love the game, and I don't want people coming to Lakers that don't love the game, bro.
I understand, and my thing about the only reason why I'm entertaining the Kyrie news is only because of money, and this is why I say only because of money, because I don't know, other than the Mavericks, if the Mavericks are going to offer him a max, cool. That's the Mavericks. They that
They not.
look.
They
No,
getting his
they
ass
don't.
out of it.
They the only team that I think that real they know Kyrie. They had him. They didn't have an issue with them. If money is the fact that if he wants to get a long-term contract or he wants to get a max contract, okay, boom, you're going, you go stay with the Mavericks. If money isn't really the factor, then I'm not opposed for him to come to LA then. If the money isn't a factor. So if he's coming in on the mid-level exception type, type deal, short term, I'm not opposed to it. Because if he
I
coming
don't
on
think they
short
would take
term,
that.
if he coming on short term money, then he doesn't negate the plan of he doesn't stop us from re-signing Rui. He doesn't stop us from re-signing Austin Reeves. He's
I just feel
basically
like he'll
he'll
retire
basically be replacing.
before he do that. That's the
I,
type of person he is.
I think he would be the replacement for D'Angelo Russell at a certain cost. That's the
For
only reason
sure.
I would
If
entertain.
he could be available, but I just don't believe in him. I just don't.
Me personally, my original plan, like you said, is to bring the entire roster back. Like I said, I get it. You may
And
want to
I'm with that.
decline. You may want to
Yeah.
decline Malik Beasley's team option and bring him back at a
Nah.
lower cost. Because I think his cost is like at 16 million or whatever. Like you say, you might want to bring that down. Obama's deal, you might want to waive him and bring him back for it at a cheaper deal because, like I say, he has no value when it comes to the league. So bringing him back, he should have interest in bringing him back. And we didn't get to see him.
Yeah.
What did he play like 2 games for us? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we didn't get to see what he can do. We don't even know if him and AD can coexist on the court together. Like I say, maybe he can be the one that's checking, Jokic and at the time, and then like I say, let AD
Because he
roam.
plays better at the top anyway, and we don't need it. We could have played them at the same time. You're right, bro.
Yeah. So like you say, so we don't like you say. So then we get bring back a Whitney Gabriel, bro. Like, bro, we already know what you're a league minimum guy, but you can play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fact. I like
Troy Brown. Like you say, we know what you can do. Come back. Like you say, we can bring these dudes back. Max Christie get an expanded role. Somebody that I'm excited about, Shaquille Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
We brought him up at building a playoff roster. We got him from the G League.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was on the first, made the all defensive team in the G League, or he was the defensive player of the league in the G League. At the end of the day, he's a defensive guard. He might have should have played. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel, my motto, like, bro, if you're getting a sweep, everybody should touch the ball.
everybody should touch, So I'm
He's
excited to
also
see it. But don't forget, we had Scottie Pippen Jr. on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He played in the G League. Pretty much he was on a 2-way contract all year. We don't know about his development. Maybe he's developing. Like I say, we got some things that we can keep it going. I do like what Rob said. We want to keep the young core together because at this point, I do not want Brian involved in this offseason. Like I said, I don't want to be harsh. I do understand that you are a legend, but you're not a Lakers legend, bro. Like, we can't let you just handcuff this roster again.
If it was the Cavaliers, no team can let a player this old that is not the future. They're only the right now. I can't do anything that's gonna mortgage the future. You're gonna be gone. You're not gonna be here for that. Period. I don't care if this thing that you played, if we drafted you and you played for the Lakers 20 years, bro. You can't do it. They didn't let Cap once they paid Magic and they knew it was Magic, they stopped letting Cap make decisions, bro. And Cap knew that was something that bothered him. But he had to realize that this guy's the future. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Bron, no, if anybody need to be making decisions, it should be Anthony Davis because he's the piece that's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants pieces, you got to kind of get what he needs. And we need to bring Rasheed back. That's where we messed up.
But the funny thing about
AD just how to prepare like a big man in the NBA. I feel like I don't know if he knows that because he's a product of Cal, man. Those one and done. You didn't really get to go down there and dominate multiple years and establish your dominance. You play with a lot of great other players, and that kind of hid you. And I'm not saying that you're not great, you don't have the talent, but it's not as fair as somebody who went to a school and they had to be the guy, you know what I'm saying? The only guy, you know what I'm saying? Or be the anchor, the only anchor. So it's like you played in a star-studded Kentucky team, bro, and then you came to the league where you and Pelicans, like, they only cared about offense. Like, we're not asking you to play defense. You know what I'm saying? But here we need you to play defense similar to you did in Kentucky, except now it's different type of people, bro. These are real big men, real stretch bigs. They can bang, pause, plus they can step out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this is different than 8 years ago. So it's like
I think
you might want to get with a KG. You might want to get with an Olajuwon. You might want to get with a Rasheed, somebody who's done it. And that's the thing. We ain't never seen AD do that. We've seen Bron, we've seen all these players reach out to older people and say, like, dang, like, teach me some of the secrets, bro, because it's the knowledge. At some point, AD gonna have to say, look, I know I have God-given talent, but that ain't gonna be enough. I need someone to teach me how to take care of my body, how to do the small things to become a Laker legend. You feel what I'm saying?
I think for him this year, like I say, injuries aside, right? He did everything that we asked for.
He did.
And I think, like I said, we just couldn't get past. It's a narrative, right? Once we put this narrative on you, you can't get past this narrative until the ultimate goal is reached. So of course, he got this injury bug. Like I said, he got injured significantly one time this year. He missed a big chunk of game. That was it. You feel what I'm saying?
The little ones be the worst. Those be the ones, like, bro, you don't get hurt in the game at a crucial point, then you don't finish down. Like, it ain't the fact that, like, no, he hasn't had the season and the injuries. It's the DeMarcus Ware types.
It was the knick-knack, and I'm glad
hurt.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that. I'm glad you worded it that way, the knick-knack joints. But like I said, but after that, when he played, he was dominant. Like you said, he was dominant. He reminded us who he was. And it's the fact that once the roster got better, though, you feel what I'm saying? Once the roster got better, it was more so we still got a better AD. It was more so. I just feel that he got a bad rap, and which was the criticism that he was receiving, the vitriol and all that he got was well deserved, bro. Like, you was missing games. When we needed you weren't there. But this season, he answered the call, bro. And I think people still was holding him accountable from the last missed call or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we still holding him from last year or the year before? But this year, AD was what the doctor ordered. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I might have answered this already, but I asked it earlier. But do you think they should trade AD for best value now or keep him because the bet the house on him? You see what I'm saying?
But why is this a question? Like, and you just gotta think, kid, that's the most value that you have. So it's like people who aren't Laker fans, they like blow it up because it's like that's like Dallas Cowboys. It's championship or bust by the name, whether you have the roster or not.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I try to tell you all the time about your Cowboys, but you be thinking objectively. So when other people who are not Lakers fans think about the Lakers, if you ain't winning a championship and you're the Lakers, they don't care about you going deep into the playoffs or having a good season. It's like, damn, it ain't working. Blow it up. If we were to blow it up, AD is the one piece that we could beat still, if we got rid of him, could still be in contention. So I see where Eric is coming from, but he's not a Laker fan, bro. This is LLC, you know what I'm saying? Laker Lounge Confidential. We gotta respect the Laker fans' opinions. You know what I'm saying? Not the outsiders. I expect the outsider to say this
because like I said, I don't see why this would be a question when it comes to what are you getting? What are you getting back
Because
from?
look
Okay,
what he said right after. He just said, you know what I'm saying? It proves my point. This is how people look. AD and Bron together should be a championship or bust, in my opinion. When Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton can't win one. You know what I'm saying? So come on, bro. Make it make sense. Steph and Clay can't get one. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, but all of a sudden, Bron and AD is an automatic chip, bro. Come on now. The best duo in sports right now in basketball is Kevin Durant and Devin Booker.
But when you think about it, we wasn't even projected to make the playoffs this year before the season started. They didn't have us making the playoffs. They didn't have us making the playoffs. We was barely a play-in team. We was barely a play-in team.
A bust in his opinion.
And then once we make the trades, we were still the 13th seed. And we made the trade at the trade deadline. We were the 13th seed.
Into the play-in game. The play-in game. But and this just proves my point. But non-Laker fans say it's chip or bust for y'all. And then they put in my opinion. Because they know it's not fact. That's the only way you can do it.
But next year, the expectations should actually be viable expectations based off the roster, based off who they bring back, because of where did we get this year? We got to the Western Conference Final. So we get to the Western Conference Final based off who the roster should be. Yes, you should hold that. You should hold them accountable. That's when you should hold them and say, okay, this is a championship caliber team. This is where we holding you to. Y'all should win a ring. You know, same thing. But it's more so, you know how we think everybody should get the same criticism or same expectation. Because I'm gonna throw this right back at Eric. Why are you not saying shit to the Clippers trade Kawhi or Paul George?
Because, bro, no one thinks anything championship about the Clippers or the Suns for that matter, which is why they're getting a pass for having Durant and Booker. You see what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, and it goes back to the Cowboy thing. And Eric feels like we're being harsh on him. He like, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, like I'm just like, but it's like, bro, you're not even being realistic. To Hill's point, no one had us slated to even make the playoffs prior to the All-Star trade. And even after the All-Star trade, they still said it. And I have texts on my phone where I've texted people and said, bro, they be talking like we're not even going to make the play-in, bro.
I want some money off that.
And I was disrespected by that. But what'd you say about Denver and us tonight? You got to go out there and prove it, bro. Because all season, we hadn't played like a playoff team. So it's like,
and that's what it said when it came to people thinking that we were going to make the playoffs. Like I said, we was at the 13th seed. Like we was at the bottom of the barrel. Like you say, but at the end of the day, we are the Lakers. We do understand what the expectation is. You know, the banners. Like I said, we don't put up conference finals banners. We put up championship banners. So I do understand when it comes with the Lakers. But like I said, hold everybody else accountable. You know how we hold it down when it comes to other teams. We will be back during the off season, probably after the draft or free agency. Probably a little bit before free agency, we're gonna actually we're gonna add some more to our free agency plan. You know, we'll go get more information about what their direction they plan on going. Are they going to keep the youth movement? Are we going to bring back Rui? Bring back Austin Reeves? Are we going to do this? But I'm not. We'll have a more detailed free agency plan before free agency. We'll have a show then. Then we'll be returning after free agency to regroup or recap what we've done in free agency, how the team is looking, and that's when we can talk about the championship or bust expectations that we're going to have regardless, according to Eric. But this is the LLC. I'm Hill. That's Cannon's episode 9. And
Kawhi and PG. Yeah, come on now. Like that, no championship aspirations for Kawhi and PG, man. It's a crazy world we live in, man.
They just go, scot free. They can just do whatever they want.
LeBron is championship or bust, but he's a wash king. Like it's like
Which one is it?
Yeah, which one is it? How can a wash king be championship or bust?
Yeah, bro.